Good afternoon. We are Michelle Humphrey and Nathaniel Tucker, and today we are presenting our collaborative learning community project. Today we are going to talk about Chrysler and their adoption of activity-based cost accounting, or ABC accounting. So what is ABC? ABC stands for activity-based costing, or ABC for short. ABC is a cost accounting method that recognizes the relationships between direct and indirect costs, overhead costs, and the products or services these costs are related to. ABC differs from other costing methods, such as absorption costing, due to the fact that activity-based costing does not spread out costs of indirect and overhead costs evenly to all products. Activity-based cost accounting in the real world. ABC accounting is an incredibly detailed process, and it is very thorough. It requires thoughtfulness and dedication both to implement and to continue to manage over time. Input is needed from all levels of the organization to evaluate time and materials spent for each product produced. Many companies have successfully and permanently adopted activity-based cost accounting. However, due to some of the details and complexity involved, about 90% of businesses that have attempted an implementation of ABC accounting could not handle the more difficult accounting concepts and eventually dropped it for a more simple accounting process. Why would a company choose not to adopt activity-based cost accounting? One of the main reasons is the detail involved in its setup. ABC requires a company to evaluate their products and processes and the relationship to indirect and overhead costs. It can seem insurmountable to calculate the detailed costs and these relationships to products in an expansive business organization. Significant changes in operations resulting from accounting and information systems may not be feasible for a leadership team. Anything new requires educating staff at every level of the organization to receive buy-in from the team as a whole. With Chrysler, inspiration comes standard. Chrysler was founded in 1925 in Detroit, Michigan, and is now one of the largest car producers in the United States. Chrysler has continually developed new models, and they compete against vehicle developers, both foreign and domestic. Initially, Chrysler used absorption costing because of its simplicity. Because it was simple, absorption costing was also used by many other companies at the time. In 1991, Chrysler recognized that it needed to update its financial system. Chrysler's team was in search of a better way to distribute indirect costs and overhead to be more able to accurately determine the full cost of a product and ultimately realize the profitability associated with these products. Hence, they moved to adopt the ABC methodology. Of course, like with almost all new systems, problems immediately surfaced. They began to see costs from a different perspective, and car parts that had a cost of $100 in the previous system were now $3,000, and vice versa under the new costing method. This spiked fear in the financial team as they began to expect a complete failure as they saw the financial structure of the entire company shift. As previously mentioned, the entire organization needs to understand the basis of the new ABC accounting system and ultimately the benefits it will provide to the organization as a whole. This is where team building and organization come into play. Chrysler's financial manager, Dave Meter, needed to better communicate with the employees to mitigate tension for the team to see the value in all of the changes taking place under the new accounting process. He started by initiating organizational learning and meetings to open up conversations between the production managers and the financial team These techniques help to address important issues in an intimate setting to keep every member on the same page. Recognizing the benefits of activity-based costing. Chrysler recognized that the most important part of overcoming changes with their big switch was truly understanding the benefits of ABC. ABC is ultimately about understanding an organization's true costs as related to its products to the best of its ability. ABC is more accurate and thorough, and through this cost accounting method, an organization can uncover and reduce unnecessary costs. Any process or system implementation must be tested in order to know it's working and producing the expected or required results. Chrysler developed a simulator to directly show the managers how faulty the previous costing system was in comparison to activity-based costing. The results. In time, the team-building exercises and the time spent communicating with employees gradually turned the adoption of ABC from what seemed to be an instant failure to a success story. The financial team was more comfortable with working with activity-based costing, and other members of the organization then noticed the benefits of the improved system over time. Changes at the organizational level happened because Chrysler's financial manager started with changes at the personnel level, creating inclusion. In the end, although it is not the end for Chrysler, activity-based costing has saved Chrysler millions of dollars by simplifying production and eliminating unproductive areas of the organization. Chrysler has reportedly saved 50 to 100 times its initial investment cost of implementing ABC. Although activity-based costing had a rough start with many doubters, everyone stuck to the program and profited from their endeavors. If you are interested in learning more about Chrysler and/or activity-based accounting, here are the resources we've used in this presentation. Thank you for your time.